Live from the Rose City Studios in Pasadena, California. It's the What Happens When podcast. With your hosts, G. Van Horn, Just Mike, and G5.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the world's second most dangerous podcast. I am your host, Gene Van Horn. With me tonight is my main man, the Mac Daddy.
The Mac Daddy.
The
Meow.
Mac Daddy. The one, the only.
Never copied. Always copied.
Just Mike, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Meow, meow, meow.
Meow, meow.
Quick PSA. We said we want to on this show. If you don't fucking like it, fuck you.
There we go.
And this is brought to you by fuckyou.com.
Well, it's not brought to you by that. It is the show tonight, as you guys can clearly see on Just Mike's shirt, which you can't see at all.
Vergata
Athletica.
Still need my new shirt. If
I
that
know.
don't happen soon, somebody getting fucked up.
That's probably me.
It doesn't matter who it is.
Because I didn't bring it, but I do have it. And Vergata Athletica is your premier choice for green energy, basically green efficient.
Yeah, I mean, and that's cool
Clothing.
and everything. It's cool and everything, but really, the shirt's fucking comfortable. I actually couldn't give two shits if it was green or not.
It's the same thing I said.
The fact that it is green makes it better, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
For the environment.
Yeah, fuck the environment, though, you know? All I'm saying is these shirts feel good. So.
Yeah. So VRGATA.com. It is not a porn site, despite what the comments say right now.
Maybe it is a porn site.
Either way, just go there and figure it out.
Go there, check out the shirts, watch some porn. Double Trump, you feel me?
Get your shirts and your porn at VergataAthletica.com.
Yeah.
We are also brought to you tonight by NitroIPTV, which is the choice for your boy right here as far as watching TV. I no longer have a cable service. Cut the cord with IPTV, Nitro IPTV. There will be a link in the description later on how to get it. But for $25 a month, you get 2,300 channels, including all your pay-per-view events, boxing.
For how much?
For $25 a month.
$25, you get 2,300 channels.
Yep, including all your UFC fights, all your WWE pay-per-views, all your pay-per-view boxing, Showtime, HBO, as well as pay-per-view movies that are out during the week. So
that's almost like $1 per 100 channels.
there you go, or 1,000, or 100 channels. Good call. Yes,
Yeah. That's pretty dope.
it's fantastic. So
Hey, you got to get in there. 100
Yes.
channels. So can I get just like 100 channels for $1?
I don't think it's so a la carte,
I'm just saying.
but
Pick out my channels and get them 100.
real quick, we are also sponsored tonight by a special event coming up, and I'll post the picture up right now. Centennial Square Boxing Show here in Pasadena. My man Fausto De La Torre, he was my trainer in boxing for a very long time, and he is throwing a boxing show. This is the third annual boxing event here in Pasadena, Centennial Square, right in front of City Hall. It's a free event. It's 8/24/18, so that's this Friday at 7 p.m. It is a free event, and let's see if we could get him on the phone to explain this free event, ladies and gentlemen.
And in fairness, it's not going to be an old guy boxing another old guy.
Hey, Fausto, you got a second? Perfect. We're on air, ladies and gentlemen, with Fausto De La Torre. He's going to tell you about the event tonight.
Please join us at our third annual Centennial Square boxing event in one of Pasadena's most beautiful and historic location. We're bringing boxers from throughout Southern California, all the way from New Mexico, Arizona, and Vegas. So please join us for action-packed Olympic-style boxing featuring tomorrow's future Olympians, and one day you'll see them on TV. They'll become professionals. It's definitely a stepping stone for national, international competition, and of course for our upcoming Olympic qualifier beginning next year. So please join us at City Hall, 100 North Garfield, and beautiful Centennial Square, City Hall.
There we go. Pasadena, California, ladies and gentlemen, this Friday night. Thank you, Fausto.
Thank you, Gene.
All right, sir. So he'll be there. He's a great dude. Actually, Fausto fought Oscar De La Hoya in the amateurs.
Nice. So I'm assuming he lost.
Yeah, he lost. Yeah.
Otherwise, he would have been Fausto De La Hoya.
The golden boy. But he's a great dude, man, and it's going to be a great event. So come out and see. Definitely a couple of the people that I trained with ended up going pro. One even won a title.
Nice.
Yeah. So
This guy was locked up with that used to be pro.
Is that right?
Yes, his name was Clinton Hands of Steel McNeil.
Clinton Hands of Steel McNeil. Sounds very familiar.
Yeah. He fought with what's the Puerto Rican dude? Why Camacho?
Yeah,
He actually beat his ass.
I was gonna say, did he beat
Yeah, he
Hector
beat him.
Camacho? This sounds familiar.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, okay.
Interesting. It was interesting being locked up with that guy. Nobody wanted to fight him, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's dope. Well, let's get into the show, ladies and gentlemen. You already heard the PSA. Just for those of you joining right now who keep saying screw all these ads, which came from the What Happens When official post.
Yeah.
It says screw all these ads, get to the show.
Wow. Are you typing that yourself?
It's like if I typed it. You know who typed it, actually, who's watching the show is Negagas. Negagas. Not to be confused with
the elusive.
But most definitely is Negagas.
Yeah.
So he typed that in. So F off Negagas.
Negagas. Fuck you.
Right. You will get animal sex channels on IPTV.
Sweets.
So, yeah, man.
One of the 100 channels that I get to choose for $1.
You get to choose for $1.
Sweet.
So, jumping right into the show, ladies and gentlemen, Just Mike and I were on the phone earlier, and we were talking about just amateur sports here, since there will be an amateur sporting event this Friday.
Yeah.
That you can go to. We were talking about amateur sports in America and how it's different than any other place on the planet.
Right. Like all over Europe, where there's professional basketball players that are also high schoolers.
Right.
And they're making money, able to support their families at a very young age by doing the same thing that these athletes over here in the United States get to go to school for ultimately, and don't get any money. And half the time they don't graduate because they leave and go pro after a year or 2 or 3. Mm-hmm. So they essentially get nothing. And then they go pro. And the reason is because these pro agencies have gotten in bed with the NCAA, who is making money hand over fist over these guys. Won't let them work. Won't pay them. Won't let them get no money. It's like, man, the shit is bogus as fuck.
So the way I was feeling it, a lot of people compare like the NFL draft or something like that to slavery, right? Mm-hmm. And I always get frustrated because I'm like, that's not slavery. What's slavery is the NCAA.
For sure.
The NCAA is 100% slavery.
Yeah, because they're not getting paid.
You don't get nothing in return.
No,
and
you may get an education. That's if you go that far.
How can you get a college education and be at football 32,000 hours of the day? You're at football all day.
Yeah, I mean
you played college sports.
We definitely spent, let's say, so you had weight training, which was 2 to 3 hours. You had film study, which was an hour and a half at least, and then 3 hours of straight training, actual on the football
So
field.
what is that, 9 hours?
It's a lot. And then you had class.
All right, so you got 9 hours of football, then you're tired as hell, and they're expected to go to class.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not talking about every sport getting paid. And
Sure.
I'm not even talking about college sports getting paid.
Sure.
I'm just talking about the slavery that is the NCAA.
Yeah.
Which even has a deal with the NBA that doesn't let players go to the league unless they played 1 year of college.
Yeah, because that whole thing went in because of guys like Kobe and Kevin Garnett and LeBron and people wanting to have seen them play college basketball. Because NCAA stood to make a lot of money by making these players go play a year.
Yeah.
So to me, I think it would be a big fuck you to the NCAA if guys just start leaving high school and going to Europe for a year and then coming back.
No, not the NAACP.
I said NC2A. Yeah.
No.
Who said NAACP?
Ish.
Ugh.
He said the NAACP. No, not the NAACP.
Yeah, well, fuck it. We could call it the NAACP from now on.
Yeah, the NAACP.
The National Institution.
It's NC2A.
Yeah,
It's National Collegiate Association of Athletes or Athletic Association, whatever it is. It has to do with athletes in college.
Yeah.
Not civil rights.
Not colored people, yeah.
No.
The National African American All Associated AAA. I hate all these fucking long ass acronyms and shit, man.
Why?
They're just annoying. I mean, I'd rather not say the whole name, so I guess that's still better, but fuck.
Right.
Everybody's got a fucking acronym.
Yeah, but do you really want to say strategic homeland?
Yes.
you want to go through
It's
the
much
whole
better
thing?
than saying shield.
Right.
I prefer.
So yeah, I've noticed that throughout the other countries, we're so obsessed with college football.
We are.
College
it's
sports.
good for one.
Look at March Madness, right?
March, yeah, but basketball is only good during March, during the tournament.
And the crazy part about this is they bill it like, oh, the college kids, they play it for the love. They
No, they
play it
don't.
for the love of the game.
They're trying to fucking get
They're
paid.
playing it to go to the league.
Yeah, they're trying to get paid. It's a job interview.
Yeah, it's
Which
the
is
same
like
thing.
it's like an internship with no guarantee that you'll get the job.
Yeah.
Which is fucked up. Like when you think about it, like I mean, in a lot of most internships, there's you have a pretty good idea.
You'll definitely work in the field. You might not work at the place you internship.
Yeah, but
at.
you eventually gonna get.
Yeah, you'll work in the field.
Like you could play NCAA basketball, football, whatever, and
Right.
sacrifice your body, which you don't do at most internships,
Right.
unless you're like interning as a stuntman or something or a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time,
Stuntman or wrestler.
Yeah, it would be crazy.
Those
right?
are the only two.
There's no other internship out there that you can get injured. And then
That's a fact. That's
yeah,
a
it's a
podcast
fact. Show fact.
Yep.
And then you don't get the job. Like there's not that many jobs, dude. Like there's 30 people that get drafted every year into the NBA. Drafted. There's 30. That's all.
Yeah.
Of all of those motherfucking colleges, all of those motherfucking players, there's 30. There's 15 roster spots on the NBA. Now there are some players that will go undrafted and make it into the NBA. There are also some that'll
Right.
get into other leagues. Overseas, and there's some that'll end up in the G League. But you're essentially working for 30 fucking spots, like 30. That's it.
Yeah.
That's to me, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you could get picked up out of like free agency or something like that, or
yeah.
but it's very rare.
But that
rare.
still muddies the waters.
Yep.
You know what I
and
mean?
then the crazy thing is they have the G League.
Yeah, which they don't get paid shit.
Well, they get paid something.
Not really.
But it's not good money.
I mean, dude, I make more money than most of those G Leaguers. And my body feels fine after work every day. I don't have to train or shit.
What are all the Z's about? Why is there
asleep?
an X in the middle of your Z's, by the way? Downey 5-0.
Are we being boring?
I don't know. Downey 5-0 is the sports correspondent, so how he's bored, I have no clue.
It's because he's gay.
Yes, most definitely gay. Yeah, also, all collegiate sports have some type of weird thing. Some of the collegiate sports that these guys, go to school for, they don't even have a pro league in America.
Like
water polo.
Water polo or lacrosse.
Yeah. Like water polo, that was a big decision for me too, because I got a partial scholarship to a couple of places.
Right.
And I was like, there's no pro league for me to do. Like, I'm gonna go play water polo, and I'm gonna be water polo all day.
Right.
I'm not gonna get a college education. If I am, I'm gonna get like a major in golf.
Right.
And there's nothing I can do with that when I come out.
No.
You know.
But I mean, nobody wants to see water polo at the end of the day. So obviously, it's not gonna ever popularize itself so much that.
But to actually get in a pro league, I got to go to Europe anyways, which I could have just played pro in high school in Europe.
Exactly.
When I was in my prime and at my best playing this sport.
Right. So it's kind of like,
yeah.
The United States is fucking over a lot of kids.